How is it going, everybody? And welcome to a very noisy episode. Sorry, not episode, video. This isn't steak and potatoes. I am back here with another Isle of Berk mod showcase. This time, over all the features that I missed in the last video. So, to get started, it's probably not one that's, very relevant, I guess? I don't know. But anyway, the first thing we have on the list is movable blocks. Everything that I showed in the last video. Yeah, so all the blocks are all still the same. We have the Belzium block, an ore, Bronco Iron block, Thorzor block, Thorzor... Actually, no, Thor's crystal block. No, Odin's gem. Oof, sorry. Odin's gem block, Odin's gem ore, Thor's crystal ore, dragon grass, dragon dirt. Dragonberry block. Technically this is supposed to be leaves. I can't remember what type of leaves. It's down there somewhere. Oh, it's the, Oops. There we go, nothing happened. Okay, so this is it's the foreverming leaves, and they cannot be pushed. But other than that, everything else here can be pushed and stuff. As you can see, everything is pushed and brought back. Now, over here is a different something entirely. Dragon Nip does not move, it just breaks like normal. Everything here on in this line breaks, including the buttons. But up here, these buttons are up here for a reason, and that is because when the piston retracts, it duplicates the button. It's still on there, but I just picked one up. And the same goes for the Loki buttons. See? Pops off, I still have it. Next thing that I completely forgot about in the previous video is that everything had a crafting recipe. Everything. So, yeah, I was entirely wrong about that. Even all of the weapons have crafting recipes and stuff. But yeah, here we have the pumpkin pie. Actually, no, not the pumpkin pie. What am I talking about? The dragonberry pie, which is the pumpkin pie recipe, but you trade the pumpkin out for a dragonberry. Dragonberry juice, which is a glass pane and dragonberry. Although, I do feel like that should be a glass bottle of some sort. You know, just because it's the items in a bottle. Next we have the mug, which you might think that this is the same recipe for the flower pot, but no, the flower pot is only 3 bricks, whilst the mug is 5, like a hopper. The yak nog is an interesting crafting recipe, as I've never seen kelp be used in a crafting recipe before. It has no crafting recipe except this one now, and that's for milk, egg, kelp, and mug for yak nog. Thorzor crystals. You smelt Thorzor to get Thorzor crystals. Also, something that I did notice is that you still cannot pick up any of the ores. Not Thorzor, not Odin's Gem, and not Belzium. And I tried with Silk Touch as well, and it just doesn't work. So yeah. Next we have the Odin's Gem. You can smelt it, you can craft it into a block, and you can craft the block back into 9 Odin's Gem pieces. Gronkle Iron, which you get from smelting raw Gronkle Iron, which most likely will be produced by Gronkles when they arrive to the game. You can craft Gronkle Iron blocks out of Gronkle Iron ingots, and you can craft Gronkle Iron ingots out of Gronkle Iron blocks. Belzium. You smelt Belzium ore to get a 1 Belzium crystal. You use 9 Belzium gems, and you get a Belzium block. Is Belzium a gem, or is it a metal? Honestly, I have no idea. And you can turn a Belzium block into 9 Belzium. Dragonberry blocks. It was not the 9x9 square that I thought it was was the 4x4 square. And you can craft Dragonberry block into 4 respective Dragonberries. Now, over here, all of these Belzium weapons are basically just a weapon and a Belzium in a crafting table, and then you get the weapon. So that's just about it. I think that a better way to, I'm going to say the word coat the weapons in Belzium to reinforce them would be a smithing table, because it's kind of like putting netherite on diamond, in a sense. And technically speaking, the full version of this mod will be coming out for 1.16, so that's entirely plausible. But anyways, I'm going to start with all the normal hooligan weapons, and then I'm going to move on to the 5 unique weapons. First off, we have the Hooligan's War Axe, which is made using Thor's War crystals. Then we have the Hooligan Sword, which is just a normal sword recipe, but Thor's War crystals. All of these weapon recipes have to do with Thor's crystals. This is the recipe for a Hooligan Spear. It looks kind of like a wand in the crafting table, but if you hold it, it also looks like a staff until you hold it like this. Then it becomes more like a polearm. The Hooligan Shovel is just your normal shovel recipe, but it has Thor's War crystal. Same with pickaxe, same with the hoe, and, the sword as well. The mace, however, is a really interesting crafting recipe. And, like, in my head, I can just imagine these things being rotated a little bit, and it's just, like, juts of crystals coming out, and it's just impacting with the cranium of a creature. The Hooligan's Greatsword is kind of like the regular sword, which is like this, but only shifted to the side. The dagger is adorable. It's just a stick in a Thor's crystal, and it's just so cool. It's cute. It's really cute. Honestly, it is. The Hooligan's Bludgeon is actually a bit more unique than the rest, as it uses stone as well as just Thor's crystals, so that's cool. Although, I think to make it more accessible to people playing in the early game would be to make the stone into cobblestone, so that way you can actually craft the Hooligan's Bludgeon without needing to smelt cobblestone. The Hooligan's Battle Axe also has a really unique crafting recipe. It looks like the axe, like this one does, right here, but it has another one on it, which doesn't look right for the axe, but I just like the crafting look. Alright, and now that we've gotten all of those out of the way, which, remember, you'll get all of these weapons by combining the corresponding item with Belzium, up here we have the unique weapons, and this is Snotlout's Bludgeon, which is technically the exact same recipe as this bludgeon, only with Gronkle Iron instead of Thor's War crystals. I'm gonna leave this one for last just because of how it, technical stuff. Astrid's Axe is just like your normal battle axe, but with Gronkle Iron instead of Thor's War crystals. Drago's Bullhook, I'm pretty sure, and just going off the top of my head right now, I don't want to look in there and then explain. I'm pretty sure that it is the same recipe as this, but with Gronkle Iron, and I'm correct. Okay. Alright, and now this one. Heather's Double-Bladed Axe. Very unique recipe. Only requires a single stick, which is interesting. My brain says no, but my head says yes. Next, we move over onto Inferno just to get out of that head space, and we move over onto Inferno, in which it looks intriguing. Like, I feel it would have more capabilities of being sideways like this, but I do like the look of this, honestly. Just like, there is no crafting recipe that looks like this, and I think it adds a bit of uniqueness to the item. So yeah, that's basically all of the weapons that the mod has right now. And the next bit is probably what you guys are here for. And this is the different types of dragons that are going to be coming to version 1.0.0, which is the one scheduled to be released next. So, starting off like the Book of Dragons did with Stoker class, we have Monstrous Nightmare and Terrible Terror. They will be coming to version 1.0.0. In the Boulder class, I mean, you can't have Gronkle Iron without it, so it's the Gronkle, obviously. And then the next dragon coming to the mod in the full version is the Deadly Natter, which I'm pretty sure it's my favorite dragon next to the NightFury. Like, if I couldn't have a NightFury as a mount in the mod, then I would definitely choose Deadly Natter over it. Maybe, I don't know, depends on how fast it is. In the Sharp class, we have the Speed Stinger and the Stinger. The Stinger has been shown in multiple progress images that the developers have been posting on their Discord, and to be honest, it looks awesome. Really, it does, and there's two variants to it as well, one for the Badlands and the other for the Savannah, off the top of my head. The Hideous Zippleback will also be coming. 2 heads, very dangerous. Wonder how they're going to do this. And then we have the 4 Strike class dragons coming to 1.0.0, and that is, of course, the NightFury and the Lightfury. They were in the other mod showcase video that I did. But then, of course, we also have the Triple Strike, which is amazing, because Triple Strikes are like my second favorite Strike class dragon. And lastly, we have the dragon that won the vote in the Discord, the Skrill. The dragon that literally summons lightning and flies through storms. Like NightFuries do, but, like, they're more trademarky about it. Moving on from the dragons, we have something weird. It's, apparently the dragon's dirt, I just did that backwards. The dragon's dirt, the dragon's grass, and the Berk dimensional portal stone all give off a light level of 5, which is weird, I think. No, it's weird. Dirt should not give off light levels. Developers, please tell me. And the same goes for the ores and the blocks of them. They give off a light level of 10. The Odin's Gem, the Thor's Ore, the Belzium, and Thor's Ore. That's Odin's Gem. I'm never gonna get this right, honestly, I never will. Oh yeah, also, I forgot to mention that this guy glows in the dark. They are loud. Okay, I need to turn them down. Also, over here, we have the current dragon's health stats. We have the Titan Wing Speed Stinger. Oh my goodness, I just forgot. I didn't do it for the other Speed Stingers. Okay. The Titan Wing Speed Stinger has 80 health, or 4 rows of 10 hearts. The Night Fury has 300 health, or 15 rows of 10 hearts. And the Light Fury has 250 health, or 11.5 rows of 10 hearts. So that's all the features that I found that I had forgotten in the last video. So, if you want to leave now, you can. But we're going to move on to looking over at some bugs now that I have found while I was setting up this area and everything. Also, something else that I forgot to mention about the Night Fury and Light Fury is that they have a random chance to turn into their variant. Here, watch. I have a Death Cod here. I summon in a black one, and I'm pretty sure it's going to happen relatively quickly. But it just changes, and I don't know if it's going to catch on camera or not, but it's a really weird bug as well. I'm probably not going to be able to catch it on camera, but, yeah, it's just something that happens that I found while I was setting everything up. Oh my goodness, as soon as I stopped recording, it happened. It happened, just now. Oh my goodness. You're probably not going to believe me, but yeah, this just changed on its own. Here, let's see if I can recreate what happened. Okay, so, it was, the Night Fury was black before. I went over here. Turn around. I was looking down at the alignment of the blocks. Then I looked back up. It's coming over this way. And then suddenly it was white, but now it's not white because it doesn't want to do it on camera. Thank goodness. Oh my goodness, it just happened. Okay, yeah, like I said, it changes to white on a random at just random times. It's so weird. I think the same thing happens for Light Furies too. But yeah, that just happened. It took me 5 minutes to get it to happen, which is really weird. Bug number 1. I'm not going to get too close to it just because it's really loud. It's that. Over there is dragonberry bushes being filled right next to each other, breaking apart. I thought that was a bug, but then I did it to sweetberry bushes, and apparently it's the same thing. So that's not a bug, that's just a cool thing that I found. Next, over here, we have the Loki and Forever Wing saplings. They, like I said in the last video, are solid blocks, and can be walked on top of instead of through. Now, something that I did notice as well when I accidentally deleted all of those item frames is the size of the entities. Look at Drago's bullhook. I know he was a really big character and all, but like compared to me, that is a big bullhook. That's a really big bullhook. So, yeah. And then we have a moderately sized. I'm just gonna keep clicking on these buttons until I find one that doesn't really match the size. Okay, I will say something about the shovel, though. The shovel, you pick it up and it's backwards. I said this in the last video, and like, you're holding it normally in your F5 screen, but in first person, it's backwards, so. Also, the spear itself is a little big as well. And the same goes for all of the Belzium weapons. Over here, I've laid out all of these different foliage and wood blocks and everything. And that's and I laid them right next to these blocks because I realized something. They don't burn. Also, another bug. The dragonberry bush drops sweet berries. Yeah, these don't burn at all. They have entire fire immunity out the wazoo. I can just line up fire on every single block and they will not do any damage at all. Although these blocks all over here can be burned down. Also, another bug that I have found, and that is that dragon grass does not spread to dragon dirt, and dragon grass does not lose the grass when it's, been covered by another block. And, oh, like I said before, these cannot be mined and have their item drop. They just pop out of existence. And like I said over there, the dragonberry bush drops sweet berries, and also, the Loki trapdoor. North and South's texture is good, but East and West's texture is a little bit wonky. So, like, it's facing North and South when it's laid down, but then it's facing up and down towards the East and West. It's the only thing I can say is that it's going this way, and now it's going this way. So yeah, that about wraps up this short video about all the other features and stuff that I missed in the last mod showcase video. Also, thank you so much for 7,000 views on that video. It boggles my mind that that is so popular, really. So, leave a comment on other things that I should try out with this mod, see if they work or not, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!